Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Rivendell here. I hope you like Lord of the Rings, because if you do, boy, do I have an absolute banger of a home for you today. Now, today we are at plot number 1 in the Sunfury Ridge neighborhood, and we are with owner Ipat. Now, Ipat is nuts. They're an actually insane builder, and they have quite literally built us a home worthy of Mordor. I can't wait to show you guys the entire thing. Now, this whole home is a progression from the beginning of the Fellowship of the Ring to the end of Fellowship of the Ring. So we are going to see scenes through quite literally the entire movie. So with that out of the way, let's get looking at the actual home, shall we? Give the people what they want. Now, as you can tell by just looking at this house, this thing is so cool, and all my Lord of the Rings and fantasy nerds will instantly recognize what the outside of this house looks like. Now, this is the quintessential Hobbit hole, and boy, do we love a good Hobbit hole. These things represent the pinnacle of whimsy and coziness, all bottled up into one cool little house. Now, I love the slanted nature and the foliage on the back side of the house. You can kind of put this home in any plot and make it look really cool like Ipat has. Just like have it really built up, and you can kind of use your imagination to see what is actually this home is or what will be inside. I like how she actually put like cacti and stuff. So this is almost like a horde theme Hobbit hole we have here. You know, you don't have those in Middle Earth, cacti, at least that I've seen. Not in Middle Earth, but you definitely got them here, baby. Let's take a look inside. Let's head on to Hobbiton, shall we? Let's go. This is the whimsy we are looking for. This is the whimsy that we crave. Direct inject that shit right into my veins, okay? Just pop it right in there, because it's so good. As soon as we walk in here, we are just greeted with an absolute party scene. Now, I've been through the house once, and I was absolutely blown away by it. It was so good. I'm like, Ipat, I gotta do a video of the house. This is amazing. I'm a huge Lord of the Ring and fantasy nerd myself, so being able to witness a home like this is absolutely such a little treat for me. Look at this fun little backdrop they did. They didn't have to do that, but they did. Using some boxes and barrels to kind of make those little shapes. We come in, we got the plushies immediately serving themselves some drinks. And like I said, each one of these rooms signifies something from the Fellowship of the Ring. I think they're going to do the other movies as well at some point. And if you're a fan, you already know what this scene is. It's Bilbo's 111th birthday. Look at this. The scene is too perfect. You already have Bilbo right here with the one ring on his little paw. And I like how they have it using the barrel. And like, it's hard to find just a cylindrical, what the hell am I saying? A ring, cylindrical ring. So using the barrel and dyeing it the color of the plushie was a genius move to make it look like it's actually just a ring on his hand or a ring on his finger. And we have the huge, delicious looking birthday cake. Ooh. And that's right over here, signifying it's his birthday party. You got the party lights, all the green on the ground and the grass, looking awesome. The feast is going full tilt. I think we'll go a little clockwise over here to show off everything for you guys. Now, this scene over here, Merry and Pippin lighting off one of Gandalf's rockets to get blasted off. Nonsense, there haven't been any dragons in these parts for years. Love these scenes. It's such a fun and whimsical way to start off the movie, and also start off the home tour itself too. Look at this. You have a painter, you have a little cute artist over here drawing the scene. You got Bilbo over there, and you also have Bilbo right here amongst the barrels, and you have the magical quilt going with the tree and also the tree, adding some flavor and continuity. The lantern kind of signifying that there's something cool going on over here. Really neat. And of course, the band. The music is what really creates and gives that whimsical feel to a lot of the Lord of the Rings stuff, combined with the really cool like set pieces and home design. So having the band over here just going crazy is really neat. having the plushie with the hammer just smacking this drum. When I first walked in, I'm like, wait, plushies can hit things? No, it's just a fantastic use of the object, having an animation. I hope Blizzard at some points puts more of these like animated objects into the game. This one's got a hammer too to hit the drum. That one's slapping the old pigskin too. Got a harp and a lyre over there kicking off. These little hobbits, these little plushies are having an absolute fantastic night outside for Bilbo's 111th birthday. 111th birthday. Absolutely stunning. Love the barrels. I love how all these are, I think this is just a pitchfork. Okay, it's one of the spears. These are like slightly slanted, like nothing's like super square. Like Hobbiton itself is very like worn in and like lived in space. You know, nothing is like modern or any of that type of thing. So really adds that flavor and the feel that Ipat is actually going for. Then we walk over here, and then not only do we get the outside hobbit hole, it's very hard to do that with the decor limit and all that stuff for the exterior, but then you walk in, you see this. Look at this. This is awesome. No other way to describe it. Absolutely awesome. We'll kind of circle around here to show off everything. Like, look at this. That's the quintessential hobbit hole. Complete with lights, roots, grass on top, moss, cobblestone walkway. We got everything out here, dude. Everything. The wheelbarrow, we got the plants. I really love the shots in the movie where they have all the like the gardeners. They're like doing their little gardening thing in Hobbiton, and that's put out here too by Ipat to like show that it's also lived in space. They're growing their own produce. They're farmers. They're craftsmen. They make beer. You know what I mean? All that fun stuff. Look at these freaking pumpkins. Good use of the ivy, kind of stringing them together too in the loam pile, the loam dirt, loam soil. Make a nice little patch of those. Then then you got that hashtag Hobbit weed sitting over here, ready to be smoked in a nice long wizard's pipe. This, my friends, will be a night to remember. All right, coming over here, a cool little picnic area. I mean, everywhere is a picnic area for a hobbit. Whether it's first breakfast, second breakfast, 11sies, it does not matter. They're here to eat. They're here to snack. They're all about the cozy, the good things in life. The bacon, you know, the bread and butter. Ooh, yeah, the cheese. The cheese. Tell me about the cheese. My God. The flamingos are a fun touch on the outside here. A couple of little poppies. A lot of little poppies over here. Just whoop, whoop. Small poppy cluster. I love how much grass and everything they have put into this build too, to give it also that lived-in field. Like, you don't have modern lawnmowers. Like, you kind of go and like mow the lawn or trim it where you can, but you can't get it everywhere, right? Hobbits don't got time for that shit, right? They're too busy snacking and having a good whimsical time, okay? All right. Man, the facade on this outside looks so good. Without further ado, let's poke inside. My God. This is so good. What makes this really, really neat is all the roots inside the structure. Like, if we go and look at all these roots, Lush Garden Stables, like using a bunch of these Lush Garden Stables, it eats up a lot of decor limit, but it adds so much flavor to this room, it's ridiculous. So much flavor. Really feels like you're in that hobbit hole. And these pass-throughs work so well too. The loam archways. It's just like you'd find in a hobbit hole going through. I'm just glad I can actually fit in here. And it's not actual gnome size. I'd have to get on my gnome, my tingle bum, and get him sent in here to do some exploring for me. Like, look at this. Like, the moss and the trees are making a little partition. It's just so, like, nature-esque, nature-filled. Pillows put in a little structure over here. As a little chill and writing nook. This would be a good spot to write down an adventure. Maybe Bilbo will get on that one day, huh? Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Look at this. Look how cute this is. You got like the cloaks, you got some custom boots, and look at this little like gardening hat. A hobbit would toss that right on their head and go outside and mosey around the trails, maybe head down to the pub to find some beers. Also having like a side door over here. Really neat little effect using the outhouse to add like another door into the home. Like the illusion of space, right? Really good to have. You got all the snacks. You gotta have all the snacks and everything in the Hobbit hole. Look at all this corn. Maybe make some popcorn. And then, oh, the cozy reading nook by the fireplace. You know, pot of tea ready to go. Ready to take a little seat. Ooh, yeah, look at this. 10 out of 10. Would definitely sit my ass down here and enjoy a nice relaxing night by the fire. And Ipat, keeping the continuity going with the Lord of the Rings theming, of course, and having Bilbo's one ring over here on the mantelpiece as his prized possession. Hopefully he remembers where it is so he doesn't kind of like go crazy mode, you know, but such a fun effect. The paintings on the wall. And then, of course, you have the Hobbit bedroom. Full of pillows, full of whimsy and scrolls, and a cute little bed with some cute little flowers. So many fun, custom and built up stuff. Look at all these pillows on the drawers, the different colors. It's kind of like thrown together in like a way a Hobbit would do it, in my opinion. Very lived in, very cozy home. The rug in the middle, the custom floor, like everything in here is custom, guys. This whole structure is so big props. And of course the coffee when you come in. Very cozy. Big props to Ipat for making such a cozy lived in feel space. Now let's continue on back into the party room, and then we go from the party room over here. Now the story is being told as we progress through this home, so take that into account, guys. If you are familiar with the books, you'll know how the story progresses. So hopefully we can walk that through for you. Ipat has even made these little scenes in here for everyone to kind of like guess and like show you the progression of like what the hobbits and what was taking place in the movie. And here we have the hobbits crossing, I think, the Brandywine River with the ring race chasing them so they can go to Bree, and meet up with Gandalf there at the Prancing Pony. Sorry if I mispronounce anything, by the way, guys. I do love Lord of the Rings, but I'm also not a Lord of the Rings scholar, so don't at me, please. Look how cool this structure is, though. Making like a facade of a small town. The hobbits on the boat. Then you have the ring race over here. Stopping at the crossing. They couldn't make it across. And then there's even a shot within the first movie where they kind of show the one, of course, who stopped at the river. But then they show like further down the other multitude of ring race that exist. So it's kind of signifying to the hobbits that there's more than just one or two. There's quite a few of these guys in pursuit of them. That's the first time they really started their adventure there. So we walked by that scene. Awesome scene, by the way. We got these lovely, lovely green flowers. And these are like perfect. With like the elvish and hobbit feel like on the walls here. Such a cool thing to put on the wall. With like the white backdrop. Really pops. Looks sick. Sick. And now we are at our next progression in our scene. Look at this. Guys, just look at this. This is a reenactment of Weathertop. Okay, this is when the hobbits are up. They should not be up in the middle of the night cooking like bacon or sausage at wherever the hell they were eating. And unfortunately, that signifies to the ring race their location because the hobbits were just getting some snacks and wanted to kind of like pop off. And the ring race were closing in. And this is unfortunately where Frodo gets stabbed in Weathertop with a Morgul blade. And Aragorn comes to the rescue, or Strider, aka Strider, right, to save them. So that's the scene. Amazing. It's like I can hear the music in my head while they like circle around. So good. Weathertop, folks. And then a little juxtaposition change over here. We are greeted with these lovely, beautiful elven structures over here. And of course, all of my Lord of the Rings fans will recognize an area such as this as Rivendell, and it'll make a lot of sense as soon as I step on up. Love that site too. The like it's like magnifying the blossom tree right there. Really lets you focus in on it. So this area right here, we are now in an outdoor structure room. It's ornate as hell. It looks beautiful, like the pinks and the marble. You walk in here, and what do we have? Ah, the same ring as before. This is, of course, because Bilbo obviously has the ring with him on his journey. And after he gets stabbed, he is brought to the elves. He's brought to the elves here to get some elvish medicine by this very kind elf here to heal that wound for which he got stabbed with. Unfortunately, he's going to be dealing with that for the rest of his life. But at least he's not dead, and he wasn't turned into a ringwraith, so that's hypes. Sorry about spoilers for Lord of the Rings, guys. If you haven't seen it by now, go watch it. Pause this video right now. I'll wait. Okay, we're back. Did you watch it? How was it? Best movie of all time? Best trilogy of all time? I can tell you that right now. Look at this fun little box area with the box bushes and the roses poking out. So good. All the rose barrels over here. Insane looking. The custom bridge with the ivy, like the stuff poking through. Looks amazing. Go across this bridge. All the fountains. Now, Rivendell is basically just like a fountain capital of the elves, basically. Or like rivers, more or less, with waterfalls. So the addition of all the pouring water in here is really, really cool. Oh, look at that from this angle. That looks so neat. So beautiful. And the elves are known for their elegance, so that very much checks out. Look at this. All right. The Council of Elrond has begun. And my home. They got the one ring in front of them. This is where Gimli breaks his axe. This is where the fellowship is formed, you know, with Legolas, Boromir, Aragorn, Gimli, and all the hobbits. The wizard, Gandalf. Keep your wizard. Keep your secrets, wizard. Fine, keep your secrets. Now, wizards only arrive precisely when they mean to, guys. Remember that. Whole council's awesome. Look at that surrounding right there. Who will take this ring into Mordor? And of course, that's Frodo. Frodo's got it. Apologies if I interchanged Frodo and Bilbo's name wrong while I'm recording. Those damn hobbits and their names. All right, now that we have the fellowship gathered, we are on to our next scenes here. And as you can see, this is when the fellowship is trying to go to the mountain pass. And it is snowy as hell, and you have freaking Saruman off in the distance from his tower, just casting some nasty spells, which causes the fellowship to have to turn around. And look at all these little guys. Gandalf with his little staff leading the way. All the different type of plushies to symbolize the different members of the fellowship here. So cool. And this is where they make the decision to go through the mines of Moria. But we all know there might be something lurking outside and also within the deep. Which brings us to our next scene. This isn't so good. It's so good. Look at this. Look at this tentacle. But actually though, look at this tentacle. Now this will make a lot of sense. Now when the fellowship is outside the mines in Moria, they actually wait there by the door to try to figure out what the password is to enter the mines. Now the puzzle is to speak friend and enter. You know, they think it's some really complicated puzzle, but it's not. It's just the Elvish word for friend, as Frodo asks. But while they're waiting, they disturb the water, and this huge octopus creature happens to be in the water. And this is an insanely clever use for this fireplace right now. I couldn't think of a more fitting and better use than to make the Watcher in the water. It looks just like it. Like, this is what that creature looks like in the actual movie itself. This is what it's portrayed as. And then to have these huge tentacles like on the sides, just showing like how big these things actually are, and they're wrapping around to really commit to the theming in the room with the green and the dark. It's just showing that this guy's not too nice. He's not too nice. I'm just noticing this now too, the dwarven hammer up behind us to signify that like that's like the gateway, like they're about to enter into the dwarven territory. That's such a sick and smart thing. Great attention to detail, Ipat. Insane. Absolutely insane. So good. The stones. My god. What a scene. What a scene. But our adventure must continue, guys. Our adventure must continue. So here we go. Open the doors. Look at the runestone. That is just like the runes on the doors to enter the mines of Moria. Speak, friend, and enter Moria. We come in here. Better close that door, because now we are trapped in the mines, guys. You know they get trapped in the mines. And of course, while they're exploring the mines, they find somebody's tomb. They find Balin's tomb. Now this little scene here, this is like the guy who's holding the scroll outside of the actual sarcophagus, the tomb. And he's reading off, but he's dead too, obviously. And there's a whole spiel, drums in the deep. And this is to signify the part in the movie where, is it Merry or Pippin? I can't remember which doofus does it, but they drop the like skeleton that has like the chain who's sitting on the side of the fountain into the well, which just goes so deep into the mines and awakens all the orcs and goblins to start their terrorizing of the Fellowship. And they even have a cave troll, Rutro Raggy. And then what do we have here? Look how awesome this is. The pillar work. Now, this scene is where they go out and are surrounded by all the encroaching goblins and orcs that are just coming down from all these insanely ornate dwarvish pillars. I don't know how long this took Ipat to do, but dude, what a fantastic like framing of this scene, to look up and to see all these guys just swarming, absolutely swarming us. This looks so good. It looks so good. Look at the intricate work on these beams, by the way. These are all literally, guys, just beams. Yeah, these are just Orgrimmar outer pillars, guys. Looking so cool. So many little goblins coming our way. I'm kind of getting spooked just thinking about it. And then we progress to the next scene. Guys, look it up behind us. We even have Gollum, aka Schmeagol, just sitting up there kind of watching the Fellowship from afar, sneaking around. He wants that ring back. Look at this scene. If I have to tell you what this scene is, guys, there's a problem. There's a problem. We have Gandalf fighting the awakened Balrog from the pits of Moria. He has awakened a servant of Morgoth. Not good, not good. Look at this now. He has an awesome whip and sword in the movie, and this is just so perfectly portrayed. Look at all these filigree orbs to make this huge whip chain. Such a sick idea too. Using the banner also for the sword. Really cool, because his sword is massive too. Then he just looks demonic as hell. Demonic as hell. He has like the curled, because he's got like horns that fits the horns over there. He's breathing fire. He's leaving like a trail of like lava in his wake. Shadow and flame. And of course, this is the bridge of Khazad-dûm. Standing over that, this is like a huge, huge pit into just the absolute emptiness and blackness of the mines below. That's the door that they came from. Gandalf is trying to buy him some time here. That's when the whole "you shall not pass" scene takes place. You've probably heard the memes over the last years. I mean, the movie's like, what, 25 plus years old now? Right around there? Insane. Let me get a better look up of Gandalf, actually, too. Look how sick this looks. That's good. That's good. Using the backpack as a sort of robe, and of course using some pillows to make like a really cool wizard hat, the staff. Then also, look at the little arms that were made on this guy. Just out of bedrolls, I think. I don't know if it'll let me... Yeah, just dyed bedrolls. Some more backpacks. And then the gnome head. And then some more pillows for Gandalf's eyes. It's so goofy, but it's so whimsical, and it works 1000% to create the scene that Ipat is going for in this room here. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Like, anyone who's a Lord of the Rings fan, even the slightest, would understand what this room is as soon as they walk in. And I wonder if Gollum's gonna follow us into the next room. I don't know. But I guess we're about to find out, huh? I guess we're about to find out. Walking here, we got like the broken pillars, the broken mines, the braziers, by the way, too, on some more pillar work at the end over here. So good. So good. Heading through. Now we're transitioning from the mines, coming out of the mountains and kind of heading back down into the forest area. And of course, within the forest realm is guarded by more elves. Are they friendly? Are they foe? No, they're friendly. Their leader, Galadriel, is hosting them up in the woods to keep them safe, to give them some fun items to help them along their journey, to see themselves in the well. There's a whole lot of cool scenes that happen in there. Now, this is when Galadriel gives Frodo the Phial of Galadriel, which is also, which contains the light of Arendelle, which is this really powerful, like, kind of like ancient magic bottled into a little vial. So cool. Used against Shelob by Sam later in the series, of course, to help defend off against her wicked spiderness. Look at these crazy... You got like the little glowing fireflies with the bottle lamps. The flower work in here with the acorns is immaculate. And then using the like large blossom gazebo to like show that they're in the forest and in the woods to display what's going on in the scene. Absolutely genius. Absolutely genius. Couldn't think of a better way to do that. Like, honestly, more trees to show that. It's so good. Now we go through. And of course, obviously Gandalf was lost, you know, to fight the Balrog. So he's no longer with the Fellowship. Now when we come out here, what do we see? We see some awesome shit is what we see. This is the scene in the movie. So after Boromir tries to take the ring from Frodo, he's kind of overcome with the ring's power a little bit. But that's when he takes the big old arrows to the chest and dies in a beautiful place meme back there. But this is Frodo is kind of getting away on the boat, and then Sam is trying to follow Mr. Frodo because they're buddies. They're buddies. Are they lovers? Are they buddies? Who knows? Who cares? They might be both. They might be neither. No, they're definitely buddies. And this is when he almost drowns like a dumbass. I always thought that was funny in the movie. Like, I'm like, Sam, you can't swim. Frodo's even telling you can't swim. What are you doing, buddy? But Frodo picks him into the boat. There you can tell he's got the ring on, ready to take it to the depths of Mount Doom. And over here, you can kind of show that like they're setting off into the sunset, into the future 2 movies and a whole bunch of other stuff that's going to happen to them going down the river over here. And then you have, of course, the ever-looking Eye of Sauron, like off in the distance, the ever-present eye that will not cease until they find the ring. Oh, yeah, dude. We got Boromir right here. Speaking of arrow to the chest. Dude, there we go. There it is, dude. Rest in peace, Boromir. Poor dude. But, you know, he had a valiant fight. I loved that scene when I was a kid. And the boat's gonna just get sent off the cliff there. But, yeah. Boromir did a good job trying to reclaim himself after trying to take the ring from Frodo. So cool. All the nature in here. This kind of shows like the old abandoned structure that like Aragorn and Frodo have a really kind scene in. Really cool. You have like their camp over here as well. Cooking up some fish. And of course, the scene's not complete without Gollum just like spying on Frodo and Sam or whoever's in the Fellowship to like find out where that ring's going. He's just eyeballing the hell out of him. That's so funny and creepy. That's his precious. You can't blame him. That's his precious. He's gonna go for it. All right, guys, that is it for our lovely and amazing Lord of the Ring house by Ipat. I cannot tell you how sick this house was to walk through for the first time as a big Lord of the Rings fan. You know, the movies, the media, the books, all of it. I just love the lore, and I have since I was like in 7th or 8th grade. It really brings back so many fond memories of watching the movies. They're just like feeling like I'm like a ranger or part of the Fellowship, like in the woods, just like exploring and having that type of whimsy. All the scenes in progression order for like the whole first movie, some really cool stuff like that, and how it's shown from smaller like little dioramas all the way up to the large big scenes like this with Gandalf fighting the Balrog is absolutely peak. This is insane. Ipat, fantastic job. You really do have to be so proud of yourself for making this. You are such a talented builder. After seeing your Harry Potter house, which shout out guys, I'm gonna try to do a video of that one too, because that shit is so good. Also a big Harry Potter fan. We got the 2 big ones for me. I can't wait to see what else they want to do. Now, Ipat plans on tearing this one down and doing the 2 towers in its place. When I found out that they were going to get rid of it, I'm like, no, hold up. Wait a minute. You ain't tearing this damn thing down until I get a video of it to put it in the history where it belongs for years to come. 20 years down the line, we're going to look back at this home and be like, man, people were making some really cool shit. And they probably are then too, right? And I'll be an old man streaming playing World of Warcraft in my 50s. That's okay. That's how life goes, guys. But yeah, fantastic job. Can't wait to see what they do next, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. It really, really helps me and helps me grow and helps me really see what you guys are interested in. And I also do a whole lot of streaming now on Twitch and also YouTube, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 6 to about 11 p.m. EST. Would love to see you guys show up and pop in stream, whether you just want to lurk, hang out, do some chatting. We have an absolutely lovely community of home enjoyers, fantasy enjoyers, World of Warcraft in general. We love it all and would love to see you there to hang out and relax with us. We get a little more silly, we get a little unhinged. Sometimes we pound back some Guinnesses and visit dwarven homes, and sometimes we just kind of lay about and chill in our PJs by the fireside. We do a little bit of everything, but would love to see you there. And until next time, guys, love ya. Peace.